Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the podcast. This is a very special episode because I've got my first ever guest on. So the guy we've got on is Pawel Celinski, who is a Ironman champion and also a triathlete, and he also does swim teaching. Really inspiring guy. Really hope you listen to it as much as I enjoyed recording it with him. Powell talks a lot about not just kind of like his success and his end destination, but also like the process that he goes through to get there with his training and his nutrition and how he like juggles it around his work and family life and things like that. Like I say, really inspiring story, and I'm gonna just like stop chatting now and let you guys listen to it. So yeah, really hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the other side. Right, hi Powell, thanks for joining me. How are you doing?
Hi, Hara. I'm good. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. So yeah, thanks for coming on. Gonna get straight into it then and ask you
Mhm.
about your Ironman and all your training and everything. So
Mhm.
when did you do your first Ironman, and what made you decide to take part in one in the first place?
Awesome. Right, Hara, thank you. First of all, thank you very much for having me in. Yeah, it's a pleasure to, speak to you and to all your guests. So thank you for that. Yeah. So the first Ironman which I ever did, that was in 2019. So many years ago. Yeah, I did my first attempt to the Ironman. Yeah, honestly, can't believe that was that long time ago.
So what made you decide to like get into taking part in one in the first place? Like what sort of made you want to enter one?
Yeah, that was pretty funny because first of all, I started work as a swim teacher and I have been asked to help with like a triathlon club and with triathletes in the water. So soon when I start working with triathletes, I thought, oh my goodness, it sounds all really good. And then the people inspire me to start doing the triathlons. They teach me, the values and ideas. And because when I start working, doing something, I always going all in. So because I become triathlon coach, I start thinking like, okay, so what else I can do? How can I be a better swim teacher, better coach? And then I talk to the people, and then they inspire me to start doing cycles, start going out and do some running. So very slowly, I build up my knowledge and passion, and then after years, I became who I am. Yeah, but it starts from the people. People inspire me to do it.
That's amazing, mate. I do feel like, when you surround yourself with people who have like similar interests and like
Mhm.
common goals, then you all like kind of push each other on, don't you? And then that
Absolutely.
definitely. So obviously, like you've just mentioned, like you were swim teaching before. I mean, you still are, but you were swim
Mm.
teaching before you did
Yeah.
your triathlons and your Ironmans. So out of the three disciplines, I'm assuming swimming has always been the stronger point. So which out of like the running and the cycling
Mm.
did you find like the most challenging in terms of like getting up to certain fitness
Mhm.
levels?
Yeah. So I think I will surprise you because actually, as a swim teacher, everybody always thinking, oh, swimming is easy peasy for you. But actually, it's other way around. Right? The most challenging, the most difficult discipline actually is the swimming because
Okay.
because to be honest, my background is not swimming. I am not swimmer. I am a fighter. I am a person which are coming from martial arts, not from the swimming world. And I found the swimming training pretty hard. And actually, my best discipline is cycling, is going on the bikes. And the funny thing is, as a teenager, I never was training properly any of those disciplines. I was just cycle around the town, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
for some reason, the all training for the bike become best. And my best discipline is actually the bike. And then second is room. After many years of training, I managed to do my technique, my power on the run, and now I can push a little bit harder. But swimming is still pretty tough. Even as a swim teacher, a swim coach, I still found the swimming pretty challenging.
That makes me feel slightly better because I would definitely struggle with swimming by far out of all three of
Yeah.
them.
I found it from the experience, a lot of people like coming to the triathlon world from the running and cycle world, and they dream become the Ironmans. They dream about the triathlons, and a lot of adults people find the swimming pretty difficult. And I think swimming is pretty technical sport, and if you don't have that flexibility, that muscles memory from the childhood, I think it's pretty hard to learn how to swim in a comfortable pace and generate that crazy speed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it like when you see like swimming at the Olympics, for example, and you see how fast they go, it's just like mind
Mhm.
blowing. But yeah, like you say, touching on kind of like the technique being the
Uh-huh.
most important aspect of it to like move efficiently through the water, which is something I definitely cannot do. But that's
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I had no idea you did martial arts, so that's a new one. Um, did you
Mhm.
did you like do you still do that now, or have you completely sort of like put it to one
Yeah.
side and focus on your Ironman and your triathlons?
So currently, I'm just training for the triathlons. I was trying to combine these two disciplines together, and my daughter is training kickboxing in a local club, and I was trying to join to them and train with them because I still have a dream to have my black belt. Which one of things on my list to do. But I found that both training they don't works together as good because the martial arts, the motions on the legs are totally different to the triathlon worlds. The knees and ankles not working in the same way, and that impact from martial arts is not helping with performing on a high level with the triathlon. So I decided to finish in the triathlon world first, and then back to the martial arts later on. So we're
Yeah, it's a
still on
good.
that. We're still on that triathlon journey, and for now, I like to. I still believe I can do better. I can do more, and when I will know I'm done, I will back to the martial arts.
Oh, amazing. That'll be really good. Yeah, I can totally see why you would train like
Mhm.
one or the other rather than both of them because you want to put all your eggs in one
Exactly.
basket to give you that best chance of succeeding, don't you? Um,
Absolutely yes.
when you've like competed in triathlons and Ironmans over the years, have there been any like barriers that you faced or anything that you found
Uh,
particularly challenging?
Yeah, sure. There's always something, when you're growing, when you're training, your mind changing. And I think on each level, you're facing like different walls, different demons, you can call them. And usually for me, the biggest wall, the biggest demon is myself. Is
Yeah,
always myself because I'm always so ambitious. I always trying to see and go as far I can, and that is not always good really, because the triathlon is endurance sport, so you need time to perform, and if you burn yourself very quickly, then you are struggle on the end of the race. So I think that for me, the most difficult thing is to pace myself and don't burn myself from the beginning of the race. You know, from the experience, I know is always something happen during the race. During the race, things will break down, something will go wrong, something will happen. Always, if you can stay calm and don't go as hard on the beginning of the race, you will perform better on the end of the race. Especially if we're talking about longer distance,
yeah.
there's a lot more time for things to happen, and you need that energy, mental or physical. You need that energy to perform well.
Yeah, definitely. I think like I've obviously never done triathlons, but I've done like marathons, and I think definitely like not setting off too fast has
Uh,
definitely been like my Achilles
mhm.
heel. I think it's easier said than done because especially when you're like waiting on the start line, you're just like full of adrenaline and excitement and
Abs-
anxiety and all those
yeah,
things. And then
absolutely.
you kind of get like 5 or 10K in and you're like, oh, I've gone a bit too
Yeah,
fast here. And then yeah, you're
that's
right,
true.
it does affect you like in the latter stages, doesn't it? And I guess it's even
Mhm.
more
Mhm.
important when you do like multidiscipline
Mhm.
events as well. That so
Mhm.
speaking of the events then, so you did a triple Ironman last year in Germany, I think it was, and you actually
Yes,
won it. So
actually.
so yeah, first of all, in terms of like the three disciplines, what was the distance for each one? Was it literally like three times the length of a normal Ironman?
Yes, pretty much. Yes, so pretty much the distance is Ironman times three. And in the ultra world, there's a different variation of this sort of races because you have Ironman's time 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, and 30 in different combination. So for example, you can do this what I did like a continuous version where you're doing the whole swim together. So that was in my case, that was have a little notes. So I did 7.1 mile swim in the one go,
Wow.
non-stop, no time for break, for tea or anything, just a continuous swim. And then after that, I did, wait a minute, that was 335 miles bike non-stop. Okay, non-stop. And then on top of that, that was one run, which one is 78.67 miles.
Oh
Yeah,
my
70.
God.
Yeah, in one go. So this is what I did, but some people doing this in a slightly different combination. Okay, so mine was continuous without stopping basically at all. This all that take me 36 hours, 31 minutes, and 47 seconds. Yeah,
That
in
is
one
in
go,
that is
non-stop.
insane. So you literally did all that non-stop. That is pretty
Yeah,
incredible. And the fact that you won it as well
yeah,
is mind blowing. So how many do you know roughly how many people took part in that one?
yeah.
Uh
So the ultra triathlon is not as popular like a standard triathlon or the standard Ironman race. Of course, there's not many
yeah.
people which one are keen or can work, train as hard as long because it's unbelievable hours to train. So on my
Yeah.
race, that was I think about that 25 people, something like that. About 25 people did that competition. Yeah,
Yeah.
all together. Yeah, because when we're doing this sort of race, we're doing this on a little laps. So it's not like a big marathon event where you're doing a one lap of the marathon and that's it. We did
Yeah.
plenty laps. So to make sure everybody have a space and is comfortable place to run, go on a bike. You can't have that many people on a course. So this is why the numbers allow to make it safe, comfortable, and good to go.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's incredible. Like, congratulations for that, because that
Thank you.
really is like unbelievable. Are you in terms of like this year then, have you got any more planned or um any more ultra Ironmans or any other events of
Yeah.
any sort? What
Of
have you
course,
entered?
there's always plan in the head. There's always that vision. If you have that vision, if you have that imagination, if you can see that next step, you can train harder. You can find a way out. You can, progress up stuff like that. So then my dream is to finally become the world champion in the ultra triathlon world. Chase the times, chase the records, stuff like that. There is a few races this year, which one I dream to do it, but currently I'm still looking for some sponsorship to do the training, to do the races, because everything costing unbelievable money. And I
Oh
don't
yeah.
want just, yeah, it's always same. I don't want train to train. I want to train to win. So
Yeah.
if I will have that sponsorship, I will do it again and I will win that again. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. And I guess like yeah, it's different when you're not here to take part, you're here to try and win. So yeah,
Yeah.
that makes like the support from other people like even more important, I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Mhm. It's crazy, yeah. The thing is, when you train to train and you want to compete the race as a challenge, you want to do your best, is the one thing. Then actually, like last year I did, when you're training to win, you're thinking, I'm doing this, so what else I can do? And then you're thinking again, I did that, what else I'm doing? That's the way how we built all my training last year. If you will think about any aspects of the training, basic from the PT training, all my basic training, plus, for example, what we did, we was doing like a nutrition plan where actually we was training my stomach to absorb unbelievable amounts of the carbs per hour, where actually we was testing how much I can eat, how much I can absorb to make sure my stomach not stop, not slow down. Because I think a lot of athletes, a lot of like age group as they training and they don't have much knowledge or ideas about how they supposed to eat to generate that high power. And one of the biggest plan goals was to make sure that diet nutrition is in a place. Another one different training which I did that was a breathing training. Every single day I was basically working on strength of my lungs and muscles around my ribs to make sure my breathing is as most official I can. Can you imagine that just by doing a breathing exercise, after 10 minutes, you will full sweating like after half an hour of the run. That
Oh wow,
was
yeah.
that was that hard. Plus, yeah, a lot of the aspects of the training. So all this is like a huge machine, which when you're trying to combine together. So fingers crossed, I will be able to do it again, do it better, and show what actually I can do.
That's really incredible. That I mean, even the stuff about like putting your body through
Mhm.
simulating different scenarios with your body to try and prepare
Uh,
yourself physically and mentally as best as you possibly can for when it does come
uh,
to race day. Yeah, or even like practicing breathing exercises that wouldn't have even been on
uh,
my radar for anything. So
yeah.
that's quite incredible, really. It's really cool, like how, obviously you did you won your race last year and you're not even like content with it. You just your next thought is like, how can I like push myself even more to do
Yeah.
even bigger and better things. So that's
I
like
think
that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I think like everybody, if you will have a vision, if you will have a vision, this what you like to do, this what you dream about. Slowly, if you will have a nice reliable plan, and go step by step, do that little steps, you will get there. You need to have a vision and that reliable plan, and like enjoy your journey towards that goal. Keep looking. Don't worry about about not great days, because everybody, all of us, have not good days. But I think the key thing is what I did. That was that consistently, day by day, training by training, session by session. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not as great. It's just another one day. And if you can carry on, if you have that vision, that next challenge, the next race, you will get eventually you will get there and you will succeed. I think this is the main goal, have that vision, have that plan in the head.
Definitely. And I think having that, I think consistency is definitely like the key word, like when it comes to your training, because I think like, I think even on days where, naturally you're not going to be feeling up to it, but as long as you just like keep showing up and sticking to the plan,
Mhm.
then yeah, you're going to be onto a winner.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me a while ago actually about you were when you were training, you were like on a spin bike in your house at like 2 o'clock in the morning because you wanted to like simulate training
yeah,
hard, but like whilst feeling fatigued. So
yeah.
like, how do you do that and like not wake everybody up in the middle of the night?
Yeah, that is the good one. I did many stuff like that to simulate. Yeah, to do well during the race. I thought I need to replicate the time and the race to make sure my mind, my head, and my body get used to with everything. Like get ready for anything. So yeah, this is why I decided train through the night, do the laps like we did during the race. On the race day, the laps on the bike, that was around 8K lap. So we did 8K laps during the night for so many times. On the run, that was about, I think, less than mile, I think 1.3K. That was a one loop. So I did that so many times during the training. So obviously you ask about the spin turbo training. Yeah, many times I did that training in the home to make it safe, to make it slightly easier, but
Yeah.
slightly is a good word because it's still the hours of the training, hours. So for one reason it's easier, for the reason it's harder. So to make sure the family is happy, they need to first of all uh, accept the fact that you're actually doing that. So my goal was to engage them, to show them that positive side of the doing this sort of events. And same like I did, I was growing through the races from the very, very short course up to that ultra huge race. So they was growing with me. My daughters was running with me, supporting me during the events. Say my wife, my mom, my friends was supporting me during the short events. And then when I was training, I was trying to motivate everybody and support me during the events and training. So we was all growing together. So shorter
Yeah.
distance, shorter trainings, that was less annoying. And then because every single time when I'm planning something, I discuss that with my wife, with my kids, with everybody, and we're thinking, should I do it or should I not? And then everybody always blaming me as that person which I'm doing all this stuff. Actually, not many people realize I didn't make that choice by myself. That was choice my wife, my kids. That actually we going ahead. And when I'm saying we're going ahead, mean we will do all that training. We will again push hard. We will again looking for another one way how we can do it. So in the moment where we decided to go ultra, everybody was aware. Oh my goodness, it will be crazy. It will be extreme. And always all best coaches in the world saying if you race hard, you need to train hard. I was racing extreme, so I was training extreme as well. So when I
Yeah.
did all that training during the nights, I think my family accept that before I even did that. That's what happened. Of course, I trying not to shout, don't to cry loud, be as quiet I can, close the all doors, don't play TV loud, have a headphones on my ears and just behave quietly to make sure I'm not annoying them as much. Then I think what is important after, for example, tough nights like this one, it's necessary to compensate that to the family, spend time with them, talk to them, do something together, do something great, and then they don't feel that I left them alone. So if you can try, if you can keep that balance between your training world and then you leave your world and you spend time with your closest friends, family, then I think it's easier for them to accept it. And as well, it's
Yeah.
better for you to train because you have your one life, you have your second life, and then you're trying to keep that balance. And I think as well, what is really important to stay honest with yourself, stay honest with your other half, with the children, with everybody, to make sure everybody know what you think, what you feel, and then if they will like it, they will support you. If not, you will know you need to make a choice.
Yeah. No,
Mm,
that's really good, mate. That's really inspiring because I think
mhm,
um, like you say, finding that balance is the key.
mhm,
But then also like as your kids grow up and
mhm.
when they become adults, you will have like inspired them to kind of like have those habits of like
Uh-huh.
being like physically active and kind of like living that kind of lifestyle on whatever it is they want to do, like whether they carry on with like the MMA stuff or whether they want to go
Exactly.
down your routes, just whatever
Uh-huh.
they enjoy doing really,
Yeah,
because they see you doing it like firsthand, that they know it's
yeah.
possible. And
That was the plan. That was the plan. Yeah, yeah, just like you're saying, Harry. Yeah, exactly like that. To show them the way, to show them that actually you need to dedicate, you need to sacrifice yourself, work hard, and then if you have that great support people around you, you can, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah, it makes a massive difference, definitely. Going to ask you one final question. So you
Sure.
touched on it earlier about about sponsorships. If anybody listening would like to get in touch with you about sponsoring you,
Mhm.
what would be the best way for them to get hold of you?
I think it would be great to just drop me a message on my social media or send me an email about the information. Then I can show what is the plan, what we can do, how we can cooperate together, which kind of benefits these people can have, how we can work, stuff like that. So there's plenty of things which we can do, plenty opportunities. There's all sorts of races around the whole world, a lot of opportunities to grow up together, prove that there is no any limits. There's no any limits. It's unlimited. It's only in the head, in the imagination. If you can create something in your head, you can create something in real life as well.
That's
Mhm.
amazing. Really good that, Powell. I'm gonna like wrap it up here.
Sure.
Thank you very much for your time. I've really enjoyed this. Find
Yeah.
you and your story really inspiring, and I think yeah, we'll
Mm.
definitely have to get you on again, like later in the year, like
Perfect.
after you've
Sure.
done some of your races, and we'll catch up
Sure.
as well, mate. And yeah, what
Sure.
I'll do, I'll put like your email and your social media
Uh,
links in the description, so anyone listening can literally just scroll down and
uh,
click on it, and they can get
Perfect,
in
Harry.
touch with you
Thank you very
if they
much.
want to support. My pleasure, mate. Right, cheers, Powell. Thanks a lot, mate.
Super. Have a great day. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day. Cheers.
Cheers, Powell.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, again, a massive thank you to Powell for his time and for coming onto the pod. I found this like really insightful, and I hope you guys did too. Please remember to like and subscribe, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Amazon or whatever it may be. As I said, for the next episode, if there's any questions you want to ask me, any topics you want me to cover, then put it in the comments below or DM me on Instagram. All the details are in the bio. And like I said earlier, if anybody is interested in sponsoring Powell, then I've put his social media links and his email address in the bio of this episode. So please do get in touch if you do want to join his journey. Right, so every episode is every Sunday at 6 p.m. I will see you all again next week. Thank you for listening. Ta-ra.